This is a great image of a respectable, classy, beautiful woman.
For you to point out this well-dressed sister here to make me feel some type of way about myself becomes a problem.
Let me get you.
Reason I have never said I do is because I don't.
I've been married, and I couldn't sign up for bad sex.
Test drive.
So if we enter a relationship with anything that's about me, then I don't believe that we're ready.
Yeah, this is how it goes down every fourth Saturday. Single on a Saturday night right here at TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ave. We have a good time, and you are welcome to join us. But today is just so hot. I'm not even going to do introduction because it's just too hot. I mean, it's a head-to-head battle right now. I don't even think David knew what was happening to him because you know what? I switched sides. And the battle is, do you believe in soulmates? And he is the soulmate specialist, and Nikki is the human sexuality specialist, and she doesn't believe in soulmates. And
I didn't say I didn't believe in soulmates.
Okay, go on, because she started. Look, she came out fighting already. Let's go.
I believe in soulmates, and actually, I have a soulmate. I found my soulmate. However, I feel that this notion that everyone is searching for this one perfect soulmate does not exist. You have to create your soulmate.
Create your soulmate. Whoa, okay, come on, David. Wait a minute, you ain't got no rebuttal right now?
Of course I do. I mean, look, so as I've said in past episodes, you know, there are a lot of people that believe a lot of different things about soulmates.
Right.
And those beliefs, to each his own. However, there's a reason why I'm the soulmate specialist. So for example, if you go to a doctor, you want to go to a general practitioner, if your heart is failing, you don't go to your general practitioner. You go to a heart specialist. You go to someone who specializes in that particular subject matter. And whether it's academically, scientifically, spiritually, or personal experience, you take all four of those. I am the soulmate specialist for that reason. So for those reasons, I've studied it on all four of those sectors. And when we look at soulmates, you know, creating your own, you could do that. You could believe that. And good luck to you.
Well, I'm going down the line.
No.
Wait, let me go down the line.
I believe that. I live that. I have a soulmate.
I
have a soulmate.
And a lot of people believe that, and a lot of people, you know, do what they believe, right?
Well, we're gonna go down the line. Let's see what they believe.
What it also is two different things.
Let's see what they believe. Fiona, do you believe in soulmates?
I do. I think, but you have to be open to it. I don't think it's something you go looking for. I don't think you can find love or find a soulmate. You just got to open your mind to absolutely anything coming along. And it's kind of like Jimmy was saying earlier, you know, if you always think I want somebody who's 5'10" or whatever, and then you end up with something, like you can't set these tiny, stupid little specifications. Like,
did you believe that your husband was your soulmate at the time?
No. My situation's kind of different just because I was born in Scotland, so my whole relationship was very quick, and for immigration reasons I had to come here like real quick. So honestly, had I been dating him when I was back in Scotland, I probably would never have married him, but that's a whole different
story. Okay.
That's a whole different story.
That's a story we don't hear every day.
That's another story.
Do I believe in a soulmate? Well, I like to mate with my soul. I mate with my whole soul, my heart. I mate with my heart and soul.
With yourself? You mate with yourself?
No,
or your heart and your soul?
no.
Okay,
No.
so when you're mating with a female,
So I do believe in the soul mate.
Oh, okay. All right, we're going to pass the mic. All right. Do I believe in soulmates? I have been attending most of the soulmate specialist event, and I have always been on the fence. I really don't know about the whole soulmate, because the people I thought was my soulmate, they don't want me, or we're not together. So how could that be my soulmate? So I'm on the border. So you're gonna have to prove to me once again. I'm on the edge. I'm leaning towards Nikki here.
Welcome to the dark side.
Okay, Danielle.
Wow.
I don't believe that there is some one person out there for everybody.
That just
You know, it just there's a billion people on this planet. It just doesn't seem to me that there's just this one. Because if that's the fact, the statistical probability of me ever meeting him, I mean, I could have won the $1 billion lottery before I would have met him. So I'm not going to say that. I kind of think that we all have a certain set of base morals, characteristics, values that are unwavering, and that when you meet that person that meets those particular qualifications, and you can get along with them, and you like them, and the sex is good, I say that's your soulmate.
Yeah, that's a lot of hands.
And. All right, David.
When I think about the whole soulmate concept, it was, if I'm restricted only to the tri-state area, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New York, Jersey, then you're going to find yourself creating your soulmate in that area because you don't go beyond that. If I never go to Texas or California, I may have a soulmate out there, but I think it's a creation most of the time based on where you're restricted to. You start looking for that area, identifying somebody that is your soulmate. That's where I stand.
So creative, we're going to build. We're building a bear. We're building a bear.
You building a soulmate.
Build a bear.
Build a
Okay.
bear.
Can I go to the Build a Bear workshop and build me a dude? He got to have this. He got to have this.
Why'd you start with the penis first?
Why did you start with this?
She started with the penis.
It's my specifications.
From the penis up.
My specifications. This what I want, and then he got to be like this. So is that my Build a Bear? I'm creating my soulmate.
I don't know if you creating a soulmate or you just creating a sex slave. But I'm down with the sex slave thing.
Wait a minute. Why can't your sex slave be your soulmate?
Well, I think that your sex slave should have all of the mating for your soul, just like Roberto just said.
I don't know. You talking about you created your soulmate, but yet and still you're a man. You're allowed to date your man, and you date another man, and he can date another woman. So where's that a soulmate?
The way I see it, Shelly, I'm very happy right now. There are a lot of people that are with or without their soulmate, and they wake up unhappy. My husband is home with me every day because he chooses to be, not because he has to be. He could go out and see any woman he wants, but he chooses to come home to me. To me, that's my soulmate.
So what if one day he decided he wanted to go out with Becky because Becky, he decided to go out with Becky? How would you feel then?
Go have fun with Becky. You know where I live.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, I don't know.
Okay, fun.
No.
That is a subjective term that can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But however, at the end of the day, he comes home to me.
Well, in that particular instance, just given those dynamics, I think that for them, that's the criteria being each other's soulmate, is that they are open to exploring.
They are open to be open.
Kind of relationship. Yeah, a different alternative relationship. Because, like, you know, me, I couldn't make my soul with him because I'd be like, you ain't got no choice. You better come home to me. It ain't no choice.
Yeah,
you said I do, so you better do it.
I guess, are there any pillars, any things that goes into the criteria that we should look for? We talking about identifying soulmates. Is it all individual? Maybe Dave, you can tell us if there are layers to it so that we understand it a little better.
Absolutely. So there's layers, and because there are layers, that's why many people do not believe in not only soulmates as the definition that I put out there and that I'm teaching, but that they can't walk it but for so long because it takes so much. Most people do not have, and I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, most people do not have the fortitude or the belief system in order to maintain a certain path in order to get to their soulmate. So, you know, for example, I've heard a lot of people ask me, some of the common questions is, well, if there's 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, however many people in a planet, how could there just be one? There's many different religions, but each religion believes that their religion is the one religion. So everything in life is about balance, but it funnels down to a singularity. And that's the unique thing about soulmates, is you need to have a certain capacity for a certain level of depth. Anybody, and most people don't have that. So when you don't have that, you're going to fall short of something that requires a certain level of depth and fortitude to get there. Like most things in life, for example, like most people tell me, oh, I don't know how you became a doctor. I don't know how you did that. And all I say, if you want something bad enough, then you're going to go through what it takes to get there. Most people, it's not really that they can't, Because if they really had it inside of them, they would do what it would take to get the hardest things in life. But the soulmate path is hard. I mean, and it's tough. I tell people in the ministry all the time, like, this is not, like Jay-Z said, it ain't for everybody. Like, I put it out to everybody, but it ain't for everybody. That's why you do not see that many soulmate pairs, because most people have all these different ideas of what it is, and they go for what is easiest or what makes sense to them.
But no relationship is
that,
easy. I mean, I don't care who it is. Relationships aren't easy, even if it is the soulmate. Like, if I'm dating someone, like me, I'm a person who gets along with people. So you're not going to get much animosity from me. We're going to get along. So how would I never know that that's my soulmate or not? Because I'm going to get along because I hate arguing, and I just get along. Like, if you want a blue ice cream, I'll get blue ice cream. Or I'll get what I want, but I won't argue with you. How do I know that that person is not my soulmate?
Well, Shelly, the way I see it, believe it or not, I actually agree what David just said.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
I agree, but let me finish. I believe that when you meet people, everyone in front of your face has the potential to be your soulmate. And you know that little thing we talk about, chemistry? If there's some chemistry there between you and that person, that you have the potential to make that person your soulmate. Now, my definition of soulmate is, no, I don't meet my soulmate. Like I said, you become my soulmate. We are in 1 year. Yay, it's happy. We in 2 years. It's fun. Wait till you hit 5 years. Are you still committed? When you hit 10 years, are you committed? When you hit 15 years, are you committed?
Why
yes,
wait
when
15
you hit
years
20 years, no. But that, to me, is building your soulmate, because you had many opportunities to leave, but there was something that brought you back to me. You don't just become my soulmate because I saw you one day and said, ooh, you are my perfect soulmate. God sent you to me. No, those situations even fall apart. What I'm saying is, in order to become a soulmate, you have to go through the fire. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the work and become a soulmate. And this is from someone who's been dealing with a man for 25 years.
Dang.
What about progress and maturity? Because when Danielle, like you were dating in your 20s and going to your 30s dating, you're not the same woman. There's certain standards and things that may have changed over time.
Well,
when does
one thing
progression
did not
and
change
maturity?
Is this? I was just listening to David. I don't have any depth. I don't have none of that. I was like, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't have none of this fortitude. You know, I hit him and quit him. You taking too long. Next. I'm serious. I'm just, I'm listening to you. I think that's all great. I want to know this. Would you be walking this long, hard, lonely walk if you wasn't a soulmate specialist? Like, if you ain't write a doctoral dissertation about it, would you really be out here with this?
On your long, look, she said your long,
To be honest, look, absolutely. If the number one thing, if I did not have this number one thing, I would not be on this path, and that is my level and depth of spirituality. That was instilled into me from my grandmother at a very young age. Without that, and then obviously personal interest, and then there's predestination, and then there's purpose, right? Because my purpose and my anointing was also for all of the same thing. But I was lucky to have a grandmother early in life who instilled that in me. Without that, I mean, even with that, you all know what my past, right? So even with that,
that's when David was
I strayed, right? I was on some other stuff, but then because of all of that stuff, it brought me back.
And then David got boring.
But you know what I mean?
Hey, Dave,
but today's question early, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Today's question about the tenets, right? About what you need. You need 5 main things. That's chemistry, connection, wholeness, purpose.
What is wholeness? What is
then,
that?
Then God's word.
What is that?
All right. So wholeness is, you hear a lot of people talking about being equally yoked.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the wholeness kind of has two parts. So it's like 2 subsets. One part of it is whoever you're in front of, you should be equally yoked to them in all of your developmental levels. And those developmental levels are on the 4 pillars of spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Do you have a chart? I might need a chart.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of information.
And then go to subset B.
But you can know more about this every second. We're going to go to a break. But every second Friday, could you tell me about that?
Absolutely. Every second Friday, I do a seminar. I keep it free of charge. It's a part of a ministry through my church. through my church called Soulmate Ministry for Singles. And every second Friday, we go to different churches around the Philadelphia area, and I do a whole presentation on one of the pillars for that month.
So you got to go to a whole class to learn about whether you got a soulmate or not. It's too much work. Anyway, this is single on Saturday.
Wait, too much work, but you been out here single 4 years. So we didn't have the show for 4 years. Single. You could have been doing all this work during them 4 years.
I did the work. I've been there. Didn't get me married. I ain't single. I'm just not married. Duh.
Well, I'm just, but did you meet your soulmate? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Danielle. I'm single, never married.
Single, never been married.
That's right.
And that is the definition. That don't mean if you got a boo or situation.
The IRS said I'm single.
The IRS said I'm
trying
single.
To be head of household.
Anyway, this is Single on a Saturday night right here, TGI Fridays. Thank you to Howard Gilliam Jr., the DJ over there. Yes.
It's your girl Shelly Shell, not your average girl.
Hey, it's Single on a Saturday Night. Single on a Saturday Night is brought to you by Rashina Stewart right here at Exquisite Hair Design. And of course, the question for today is, do you believe in soulmates? So Rashina, do you believe in soulmates?
Actually, I do. I believe there's such thing as having a soulmate. I don't know if I believe in just one, though. You know what I mean? I think that if there's probably more people that you can probably connect to. You know, you feel like your souls intertwined, per se.
So are you waiting for that one true love that's your soulmate?
No, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting for that one true love. I'm single and enjoying it, but, you know, I'm just waiting for God to send me the person that's supposed to be with me.
Well, see, I do believe that God can send you one person and he says this is the one. I'm not sure if that one is going to be the one that you actually want. He might come with all his perfect imperfections.
I don't guarantee that.
So, if it came down to what God wants, yeah, but I don't know if I believe in soulmates. I don't believe that, like, your soulmate, the one you're going to be with for the rest of your life is going to be, like, your like, perfect for you. Like, it's perfect.
I don't think maybe at first it might not seem like he's going to be the perfect guy because he probably the mechanic is somebody you wouldn't even look at until God puts you on a level where you open your eyes to see, like, you've been here all along? You never know.
I don't know either. Because guess what? I'm still single on a Saturday night, not married. So, do you believe in soulmates? That's the topic for today. It's Single on a Saturday Night, TGI Fridays. We do it every fourth Saturday. Join us, because we're going to find out if you believe in soulmates. And it's going to be a head-to-head battle between David Pulley and Niki Felts. She don't believe it, but he does, because, you know, she's married and dating. So, how can she believe? You know what I mean?
It's your girl Shelly Shell, not your average girl.
Ooh! We jumping out with a brand new phone. That was DJ KG. I know his name now. KG. But guess what? Today we are giving away great things. We have another gift. It is someone sitting in a seat right now who's going to get this lovely piece of jewelry. Who's sitting in the seat? We don't know. We'll find out later. But you get that courtesy of AlvinaStyles.com. And it just happened to match your outfit so nicely. But you're not in the lucky seat. You're just not. I'm sorry. No.
You're disqualified anyway.
I'll buy this. Someone out there, like, it's courtesy of AlvinaStyles.com. That is a $30 piece. You can buy it over there right now. She said, never mind, she's not buying it for you. But we are talking, this is the soulmate debate, the face off between David Pulley, Dr. Dave. Actually, he changed his name to Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave Pulley and Niki Felts. We're going to drop that music right now. Dr. Dave, but I think we have a comment from Roberto. Let's see what this has to say here.
I'm kind of like on both of their sides. You know what I mean? Like, the way David put it, I like to start out by, you know, asking her a question, and I would usually ask her, like, do you believe in the hereafter? And when she goes, yeah, then I tell her, well, you know what I'm here after.
Womp, 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 womp.
Oh, that, yeah. Anyway, Niki, you wanted to...
Yes, I do have something to say. You said something the last time you were talking about preordination, predestination. So you believe in predestination?
Absolutely.
Do you believe in free will?
Absolutely.
Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. We believe all different things for all different reasons. We suffer because of our delusions. There's absolute truth, and then there's our truth. Most people believe believe that you are searching for one soulmate because you were taught to search for one soulmate. Thank you. That's why we believe that. But testing. I don't know. I guess I just got a lot of energy going on, electricity
running through your body.
But the bottom line is predestination and free will are opposite of each other. You can't believe that it was preordained for something to happen. If it was, then you don't have free will. So there again, absolute truth.
So let me help you with absolute truth. Absolute truth is when you take two different things. So predestination and free will, or what other people call fatism versus determinism, right? People think that they're opposites. They are not. They are part of, it's like saying, that would be like saying that the head side of a coin and the tail side of a coin are two different things. It's one coin. They're just two sides of the same coin.
So was it preordained or predestined for me to be here today, or was it my free will that I was here today?
The fact that you're here talking to me, that means that yes, it was predestined. So here we go.
I believe I chose to be here. I believe in free will.
It's both though. So the thing
Can't
is,
have
you
both.
can't. You
That's
can't
a delusion. You see, this is what I'm talking about. People get it caught in their minds that a soulmate is one because someone taught you that. But really, if you look through the Bible, when you start looking at where does it say we all have one soulmate in the book?
Well, is there in the Bible does it tell you got a soulmate? I don't know, because I might have missed that part.
You have to read the whole thing.
I know, but where is it? But if you're the soulmate specialist, you should be able to tell me where is that scripture that talks about the one soulmate.
I'm trying to tell you now. So if you let me first finish the first point. Predestination and determinism are the same thing. So you're saying that they're not, and you're saying that it's a delusion, when actually it's delusional to not think that. Because absolute truth, you were talking about absolute truth, you can't have absolute truth when you're using a one-sided thinking philosophy. The one-sided thinking philosophy, to think that something that is dual and therefore one is separate and not equal, that is where the delusion comes in, because that's not absolute truth.
Oh, I know I don't believe in absolute truth, because it is through my experience, and my truth is my truth.
But experience does not. So if you're talking about things like delusional, whatever is delusional has to be backed up through other means. And science and spirituality, for example, a lot of people think that those are two different things when actually they're one. So a lot of things have to be proven through other means other than just your own personal experience. If all you have is your own personal experience, that's where delusion and the danger of delusion actually comes in. So let me help you. Let me help you with how this works.
So my truth is my delusion. Your truth is your delusion.
But my truth is not only just through my personal experience. You said yours was through your personal experience. Mine is through study of things outside of myself. Yours is from your own personal experience.
No, that's not true. I am also a therapist. I also went to school. I'm certified in cognitive behavioral therapy, multi-systemic therapy, motivational interviewing, and now family-based therapy.
Right.
I did sit in class. I'm not a doctor, but I did do about 17, 18 years of school. Just chose not to go the doctor route because of financial reasons. So I know that whether it's my experience, whether it's my education, whether it's my grandmama, my truth is my delusion. It's my experience. I read the books that I've read. To sit here to believe that you know absolute truth is another delusion in and of itself. Because we are human, we are not going to know absolute truth. Everything we see is filtered through our experience.
Absolutely. But the thing is that when you take your own personal experience and you make that the higher percentage of your own personal truth, when there is an absolute truth. So for example, since you've studied everything that I've studied, right? Then you know about Carl Jung, and you know about the collective unconscious versus the personal unconscious.
Yes.
So if you have enough if your personal experience and most of your information comes from your own personal conscious, and it does not include enough collective unconscious in order to understand the duality of combining both, that is where you come up with more delusions.
Well, let me tell you what's delusional. That y'all think that anybody following all this, because you talking about your degree, and you talking about your degree, and I'm going to tell you, I am Dr. Danielle Patterson, Esquire. I got an MBA. I got me a whole bunch of letters behind my name, in front of my name, and I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Not even that. Do you need all that to find a man, a woman? Is that what we need to find, a man or a woman? Man, I think I blanked out 10 times. Listen, that we should be looking for a soulmate or waiting for a soulmate, or are we just dating?
I just need to know it wasn't me. I just need to know. Can y'all raise your hands if you did follow it? If you followed it.
I was done.
Because I'm feeling like okay, y'all must have been to all 76 of the classes. They was at 76 of the classes, and they got the PowerPoint presentation.
Excuse me.
Because I'm just saying, I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I was at the class, and
they making me sweat. I mean, my brain's sweating.
I still don't feel like that's going to tell me whether I believe in soulmates or not.
A lot of that, if you're not interested, then it ain't for you.
Oh, it's not that I'm interested. I just had no idea what you was talking about. I was trying to follow it.
These things, it takes this much, and basically anything, basically,
I'm gonna give up on the soulmate thing.
You have to understand
it's a long walk.
What it is that you're doing. When you're dating, you have to understand the process of what it is that you're doing in the dating process. If you don't understand the depths of what's going on at the spiritual level, which is that's the deepest level that most people aren't interested enough, don't put enough into to understand. When you don't have that, then you are doing something. You are engaging in a process, a dating process, without the tools to navigate that process effectively.
I feel like I really went to your classes. I've been there. I pay attention. I really do. I ask questions. But to me, when it came down to it, I was in a relationship when I started. Then I went to a breakup, and then I'm in a relationship again. And then here we are. Do I believe in soulmates? I believe that the man that I'm with now doesn't meet any of those requirements that I wanted. But I know
get some enlightenment, some 5 pillars, some salt, lots of life.
But I heard clearly from God that I was supposed to date him. It was clear as I'm sitting here today. And so, is that predetermination? I'm on it. Wasn't what I thought I was going to do. Wasn't where I was going. But I heard clearly that God said to date him. And then I was like, does it line up with David's pillars? Is it spiritual? Is it this? Is it that? I was like, I'm confused. I'm done.
Did God tell you to find a soulmate? Like, I might have missed that. Is that in the book?
He didn't tell me to find a soulmate, but he said right there that's that one.
Well, did God say date him? That's your soulmate. So you got to listen to God.
He did not.
Because God don't require charts and outlines and footnotes.
If the key word is soul, is that your true purpose of connecting with somebody through the spiritual, or is your connection just somebody that I'm attracted to, I'm interested in love, or does it have to be that deep to connect with somebody?
I like the fire that comes from attraction. Now, spiritually, yes, him and I are on the same level. Like, he's a preacher spiritually, but then there's a side he just don't know about me. He don't know.
That ain't good.
That's what I'm saying. But that's the point. What I'm trying to say.
You got to hide something.
There's no way. It's not about hiding. It's not about hiding. I'll dance on all day long. You can see it. It'll be on camera somewhere. But that's another side of me that's not spiritual. But I love the dance.
But it's still a part of you. So that he can't love all of you. See, I mean, he talking about the 5 pillars. I'm like, I'm still trying to get one I like and that I want to have sex with. Like, I'm still over there. So I can't get the rest of the way. I got to get the pillars. Like, I can't even find one I like and I want to have sex with. Like, what is that?
It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time.
I don't have no more time. I done wasted 25 years at this thing.
I don't mind taking the time, and I don't mind learning from you because I want to learn from you. But even after all these classes, and you just sat here right now, and I listened to you, I dropped off for a second, and it's like it's hard. But can it be explained differently? Can it be explained like A, B, C, D, and E? Not like.
Did you ever see the movie Philadelphia? Did you ever see that? He's like, explain this to me like a 5-year-old.
Like a 5-year-old. You
need to get there.
Explain it to me.
That's the thing. What you all said. So remember when I was talking about what people need? The reason why you do not see a bunch of soulmate examples, the reason why we don't have soulmate marriages here, there, and everywhere, soulmate relationships here,
well, how you know
because you know. I mean, we know through life experience. We know that this isn't happening. If you ask me as a soulmate specialist, you ask me what's wrong with the world and why we see the crime and all the problems that we see is because people, real talk, basically people are not developing themselves. Therefore, with them not being developed, they're having these relationships that are underdeveloped. They're getting with people and creating children and raising children in an underdeveloped fashion, and therefore everything falls apart from there because nobody is going to the depth that of their own self.
When we're at these classes, it's all chicks. So where these dudes at that's getting developed?
Because
I'm gonna be all developed with this
they're not interested.
half a man saying about
They're not.
Those dudes are out there dating people
And that's part of the problem.
that's committed, that's going in like we gonna make this thing work or I'm gonna kill you.
Yes, they
Okay.
ain't